together for a flipping Friday workout because it's finally Friday. So tell you what, crew, when we get this one going, we got 5 blocks today. Everything is timed. I want to say it's going to be about 37 minutes in total. So we start off with 3 rounds on the first block, a minute of work, 30 seconds of work, and a minute of work of 4 exercises. You're going to want a chair for that. Then we got 2 exercises in block 2, 30 seconds each, 4 laps through. Then we go into block 3, same setup as block 1. The focus goes from lower to upper body. In block 4, we're going to go ahead and repeat block 2, again with 2 different exercises. And then block 5, it's 3 different exercises on the minute work that we're going to knock out. I would keep dumbbells handy for blocks 3 and 5. Otherwise, crew, let's go ahead and get ready to have some fun. Again, we're going to start off with a goblet squat. So you're going to hold a weight in front of that chest, sitting those hips down back. Then we go into a hip bridge where you're going to put your feet on the chair and you're going to lift your hips up, right back down. That option goes to that neutral bridge. A split squat, 1 foot's on the chair as you're sitting down into it. Kind of looks like a lunge. That option, just switch it to a lunge, and then we wrap it up with curtsy lunge. Again, if that's too much, you can always go straight into a reverse or forward lunge as opposed to the curtsy. So with that said, crew, let's shake it out, get ready to get this party started. We've got 1 minute of goblet squats in 3, 2, and 1. Let's get going. So I'm going to hold that weight in front of that chest, feet about shoulder width apart, sit my hips down back, and drive it on up, squeezing at the top. Now we got an entire minute here, crew, so just let those legs warm it on up, finding that tempo as you go. Ooh. Best practices, keep those shoulder blades down back, belly button in that spine. You want to feel like that chest is still upright a little bit. You don't want it to go down parallel to that ground. Looking good. We got about 20 seconds to go. Keeping that drive, crew. Our next exercise is that hip bridge. Again, that's going to be where we put the feet on the chair, lifting those hips up, and then dropping them back down. And crew, we've got just 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to that hip bridge. Again, I'm going to plant my feet on that chair, lay on my back, keeping that core tight. I lift my hips all the way up, squeeze the butt and back of legs, take it all the way back down, flat on the ground, and repeat. We've got that whole minute here. So this, we want to feel butt, back, and legs. A lot of tension. Again, if that's too much, shake those feet on the ground. Just give me that neutral bridge. We've got about 30 seconds to go. Nice long round here, crew. Squeeze the top, control down. We've got those split squats next. And then we'll wrap it up with curtsy lunges. We got 15. Let's get ready for those split squats in 3, 2, and 1. We sit it up, flip it around. I put my foot on that chair, and I'm sitting straight down in those hips and drive it on up. Keeping that core tight, shoulders back, chest proud. So we'll do 30 seconds on one leg, then switch 30 on the other. As we go through this, you want to think about sitting your hips straight down so that front knee still stays relatively behind those toes and you're not overextending it. Squeezing at the top, looking good. We're going to switch sides in 2, 1. Switching sides, other foot goes back, sit into it, drive it up. Again, finding that balance. That foot on the ground might be a little wibbly wobbly. Totally fine. Looking good. 15, and then we go to those curtsy lunges. Again, options for both these exercises: reverse lunges, forward, or even lateral. And in 3, 2, 1, we got those curtsy lunges. So one leg goes back behind, drive it up, and then switch sides. As always, that option, a lateral or reverse lunge. Whew. Looking solid, sitting those hips down back. Looking good. We got 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. We should be feeling those hips, those legs, and those glutes right now. And tell you what, when we go back through this round, we're gonna go back to those goblet squats, this time for just 30 seconds. So things are gonna speed up a little bit. Whew. Looking solid, 10 seconds here. Crew, we switch into those goblet squats for 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Sit it on down, drive it up. Looking good, crew. Knees and toes pointing in that same direction. We got 15 down, 15 to go. Next up, we got those hip bridges. Let's take that hip bridge in 3, 2, and 1. Hip bridge. Plant those feet, driving those hips up, control it back down. Just 30 seconds. Whew. Looking solid. We got 15 down, 15 to go. Next up are going to be those split lunges. Right now, those legs should be feeling pretty awake. Ooh, we got those split lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Split lunge, one leg goes back, sit into those hips, drive it up, and squeeze. Looking solid here, crew. We're gonna switch legs in 2 and 1, switching legs. Oofta. Finding that balance, looking good. This can take us back into those curtsy lunges for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1, curtsy lunge. Just 30 seconds here. So right about now, those quads are feeling good. But tell you what, you've got one more round here. Everything on that minute. And then we get that break. Whew. So in about 10 seconds, we go back into that goblet squat. Crew, let's find that weight. We got that goblet squat in 3, 2, and 1. Sit down in those hips and drive it back up. Whew. 1 more minute here. Again, you can play with that slower tempo. That goal, just keeping those legs moving. Crew, you guys are looking solid. We are 30 seconds down, about 30 seconds to go before we go back to those hip bridges. I'm starting to get my little sweat on. Hopefully you guys are too. Looking good. Let's keep that drive. We got 15 seconds. Okay, crew, get ready. We got those hip bridges. And 3, 2, and 1, hip bridge. And taking down with those hips. Drive up and squeeze. All the way flat on the ground. 1 minute here. Feel that tension, butt, back of legs. You guys are looking solid. Again, those legs should be a little bit on fire, especially those hammies right here. But you got about 30 seconds left before those split squats. Just try and stay with me, crew. Looking good, keeping that core tight. Drive up, squeeze, take it back down. Okay, crew, we're going into those split lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Split lunge time. Taking 1 foot up, 1 foot back, sit in those hips, drive it on up. Whew. Again, just 30 seconds per side. We're maybe feeling those quads a little bit more right here, in a good way. Looking good. Couple seconds left. And we're going to switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. body's moving. Again, try to keep that weight in the front heel, so that way you're going straight down at those hips and you're not leaning out in front of those toes. Also keep your balance, don't sneeze and fall. Whew. Okay, crew, we're gonna be taking it into those curtsy lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Curtsy lunge. 7 it side to side. The last minute before that break. Whew. I'm almost excited for the next round. You'll see why, especially if you're already feeling those quads. Looking solid, keeping those legs going. Don't trip over a chair that's behind you. That was awkward. Whew. 30 seconds, here we go. Looking good, looking good. Coming up to the last 15. Curve those hips, those legs, feeling tired, but you're almost at your break. Give me what you got for just 3, 2, and 1. Take that break. Whew. I'm done with this chair. I'm gonna move it over here. Out of my way. So, block 2, we got animal squats and bear steps. 30 seconds of each for 4 laps. Those animal squats, plank position, you sit those hips straight back, go back up to that plank. For that bear step, you're gonna be at 90-degree bend, hips, knees, shoulders over wrists, keeping that spine flat. When you take up to your toes, opposite hand, opposite foot forward, and back to neutral, that option, down on those knees. If the animal squats are too much for your shoulders, go ahead and just give me regular squats, and then we'll take it down into that bear step or that crawl. Okay, crew, we got 4 laps here. Let's get it ready. Starting with animal squat in 3, 2, and 1. Let's get animal squat. Plank position, sit back in those hips, return to that plank. Keeping that core nice and tight as you go. Again, it's gonna be nice and quick. 30 seconds of work. Next up is gonna be that bear step. Again, you can always stay on the knees or go to the toes in 2 and 1. I hit that 90-90. Take it up, keep my spine flat. Opposite hand, opposite foot. 30 seconds here. Looking solid. Keep that belly button in that spine as we go. 15. Whew. Solid, crew. Tell you what, we're about to start round 2 with those animal squats in 3, 2, and 1. Animal squats. Sit back in those hips. Now, this is a lot on those shoulders / wrists. You can take that break when and if you need it. Otherwise, crew, stay with it as best we can. Looking at, we got about 10 seconds until we go back to that bear step. Okay, we got bear step in 2 and 1. Change that bear step. Take that second to set yourself up for success. Always hit that neutral every time you come back. Notice how that knee does not actually touch that leg it comes up to, or that arm it comes up to. Still have that gap. That means your spine is flat. And crew, we got just 3, 2, and 1. Back to those animal squats, 30 seconds. Whew. Here's good news, you're 2 down. We're on number 3, and then we just got number 4. I don't know why I was writing this. This one is very quaddy. Whew. Crew, keeping it here. We've got just a couple seconds. We go back into that bear step in 3, 2, and 1. Bear step. Looking solid, crew. We got 15 seconds down, 15 to go. Okay, crew, we're going into that last round animal squats in 3, 2, and 1. Last round here. Whew. Feels so good. Again, every time you hit that plank, feel like those hips open up, that core stays tight. Whew. 15 seconds, and then we get to that final bear step. Whew. Keeping it here, keeping it here. And 2, and 1. Let's go to those bear steps. Last 30 seconds, crew. Stay with me. Keep that workout going. We got 15. Crew, stay here, stay here. In 2, and 1. Take that break. Whew. Let's shake it on out. Catch that breath. Those legs feel so good. So, round 3, just like round 1. It's gonna be a minute of work. First lap through, 30 seconds, and then a minute. Exercises. We got push-ups. We've got a new one, a static bridge fly. What that looks like is you're on the ground, you lift your hips in that fly position, weights are in line with that chest, you open up from that chest, squeeze it back together, make sure those weights stay in line with your chest, and you don't go up by that ear or forehead. Then we got that hinge tricep extension, where you're in that hinge position, again, loading the butt back legs, arms tucked in, you extend back to fire those triceps, and then we stand it up, and we got bicep curls going on. Whew. Tell you what, we got just a couple seconds, and we start with a minute of push-ups. Let's get it ready in 3, 2, and 1. Let's push up. Here we go. You're gonna need to be up on toes or down on knees. Gain as much depth as you can. Elbows going back at that 45-degree angle. Looking solid, crew. Try not to let your hips drop. Really keep that core engaged. Hips in line with those shoulders. You got just 30 seconds to go. Ooh, things feel good. We got those bridge flies coming up next. 15 seconds till we get there. Crew, just 10 seconds, stay with me, best effort. We go to hinge fly in 3, 2, and 1. Hinge fly, grabbing those lighter weights. And we go ahead, drive my hips up. Weights are in line with that chest. I open up, and then I squeeze it back together. Option, I can always bend at those elbows, press it on up. So again, just opening up, squeeze it together. That goal, feeling it in those chest muscles. We're coming up with 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. Whew. Try to keep your wrists nice and tight so you're not rounding them, but instead you have that neutral wrist grip. Especially if you're feeling tired, this will help you keep it a little bit more static. We got 15 seconds. Keep it with me. Here we stand up, go into those tricep extensions in 3, 2, and 1. Tricep extension. We hinge it back, load the butt back and legs, and then from here, elbows up, we extend back, firing those triceps, bring it forward. Whew. Looking solid, crew. Again, you're here for that full minute. Another option if that hinge position is too much for you, we can always go overhead tricep extension. Either way, keeping that shoulder away from that earlobe. We got just 30 seconds to go. Let's keep it here, crew. Whew. Those triceps gonna be on fire. Okay, crew, let's get ready. We got bicep curl for that minute in just 10 seconds. We go to bicep curl in 3, 2, and 1. Curl it up, control it on down. So you have some fun here. Palms can face in. That's more of a hammer curl, or palms face out to really work that meaty part of your bicep. And then it's tempo. So it can be 1 count up, 2 or 3 counts down. That tempo is gonna be what's working those bicep muscles. Whew. But crew, you are looking solid, feeling good. We got just 30 seconds, and then we're gonna go into our round. 30 seconds of all 4 of these exercises, starting with those push-ups. Whew. You're gonna try and pinch those shoulder blades together. You got 15 seconds. Looking good, crew. We're gonna go back in push-ups in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds, let's push up. Core is tight, get it low, drive it up. Looking solid, crew. 15 seconds down, 15 to go. Then we're back into those chest flies. Crew, we got that chest fly in 3, 2, and 1. Chest fly. Whew. Again, drive up with those hips, keeping that weight in line with that chest. As you take those weights out, squeeze it coming back together. Only here for 30 seconds. Best effort, crew, we got 15. Then we're going into those extensions. Crew, we're gonna go into those tricep extensions in 3, 2, and 1. Tricep extension, here we go. Hinge it back is flat, and extend it, firing in those triceps. Whew. Again, you can always go overhead if you need it. Crew, you're looking good. We've got about 10 seconds, and then we got those bicep curls. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Bicep curl it up. Control it on down. Looking solid. Again, it's all about that tempo. Less than 15. Okay, crew, get ready. We're going to go back last time through with that 1 minute of work, starting with that 1 minute push-up in 3, 2, and 1 minute push-up. Here we go. Core is tight. Here we go. Remember, you can always go to the knees if you need to. If those arms are feeling a little tired, just try and hold onto a plank if you can, because crew, you got about 30 down and about 30 seconds to go. And we didn't even do push-ups yesterday. I don't know why I'm so tired. Looking good. Keep it here, crew. We're coming up to the last 15. Make sure you're breathing. We're gonna go into that chest fly. 1 minute in 3, 2, and 1. Chest fly. Let's go ahead, grab those weights, take it on up. Whew. Squeeze those hips, open that chest, squeeze it on together. Looking solid. Remember, here for that whole minute. If those weights are feeling a little heavy for you, go ahead and drop the weights. Just focus on opening up that chest, squeeze together, and feel those chest muscles squeeze. We got less than 30 seconds here. Try and stay with me best you can. Really try and squeeze those butt cheeks, keep those hips up. Don't let them sink. Readjust those weights, make sure they're in line with that chest, not coming up to that chin. We got 10 seconds. Here we go to those extensions in 3, 2, and 1. Tricep extensions, 1 minute here. Again, you can hinge it back or give me that overhead as you need. Whew. Those arms are feeling good. Remember that focus, kick back, control in. We're coming up 30 down, 30 to go. Oofda. Whew. Best effort here, crew. Give me that quick shake out if you need it. We'll come up to that last 15. Stay with it, stay with it. Last exercise, those bicep curls. 1 minute of work. 3, 2, and 1. Bicep curl. Whew. Again, you can always keep those palms facing in. Drive up, control down. And keeping those weights going, crew. Whew. Alternate hammer and regular curls if you need to. I know my arms are getting a little tired, so I'm gonna be doing that. We got about 30 seconds to go, crew. Staying with it. Whew. Last 15. Whew. Crew, I got good news for you guys. We are coming up to that final 3, 2, and 1. Take that break, shake it on out, catch that breath. So we got block 4 coming up. Again, it's gonna be 30 seconds of the 2 exercises for 4 laps. We start with those hinge low rows where you're coming up, squeezing that upper back, slow and control down. Same thing, that tension's butt back and legs with that weight, but you're gonna squeeze the upper back for your focus, control it down. And then we got those Beetles or kick throughs. So again, hit that 90, extending that leg. That option can even just be kicking the leg through. If the Beetles are too much for your wrists and shoulders today, just give me a lateral, nice and low bob and weave. So we got about 10 seconds till we take it up. Starting with that hinge low row. Let's check it out, crew. Grab those weights. We've got 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Hinge low row. You hinge it back, core tight, drive it up, slow and control down. Just 30 seconds. Emphasize squeezing the back, controlling that weight. Looking good, looking good. Okay, crew, we're gonna switch it up to those Beetles in 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds of Beetles, kicking the leg through, back to that 90. Kicking that leg through. Try to always make sure shoulder is over wrist as we go. Whew. Remember, you don't have to go speedy. 15. Crew, we've got just 3, 2, and 1. Low row, round 2. Here we go. Core tight, drive it up. Control it down. Whew. 10 seconds. Then we're gonna go back into that Beetle. Crew, we got just 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead, extend it on through. Here we go. Looking solid. Kick it out. We got 15. Crew, we're almost ready for round 3 in 3, 2, and 1. Let's grab those weights. Back into that low row. Here we go. Squeeze going up. Control down. Again, you're past that halfway mark. Things might be feeling tired, but you're almost there, crew. Whew. Squeeze going back, control it down. 10 more seconds. Here we go, those Beetles. In 3, 2, and 1. Beetle time. Ooh. Looking solid here. Coming up to 15. Looking solid. Here we're going to take it into that low row in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Last time we're here. Squeeze it up. Control it going back. Whew. Let's keep that body moving. We got just 15. All you got are left are those Beetles for this block. Then we get that nice little break. Here we got Beetles in 3, 2, and 1. Beetle time. Whew. Just 30 seconds. Staying with it, 15. Looking good. Here we got just 3, 2, and 1. Take that break. Shake it on out. We got 1 round left. Whew. So, we're gonna do this twice. Everything's on the minute. A minute of jump lunges. So again, jump and switch. That option just give me more reverse lunges, I know. Then we got bicycle crunch for a minute, where you're on the ground, opposite elbow, opposite knee, pushing through that heel. Focus belly button in that spine, low back side on the ground. And then we go into a minute of kettlebell swings. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a med ball or a dumbbell. Both the kettlebell and the dumbbell, you hinge back like a deadlift, feel that tension. When you snap it up, you're gonna stop at chin height. If you have a medicine ball, because you're holding the entire weight between your hands, you can throw that ball up and balance yourself by tapping 1 foot back, squeezing the core and the butt, catching it back in those hips. So now that we know those options, let's get ready for jump lunges on the minute in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Again, it can be a reverse lunge or a jump lunge. Find that flow that works for you. We're here for a nice solid minute. So I'm just gonna add a little bounce. It's gonna help me make it through. Whew. I know, right when your legs got the break, they're like, wait a second, I'm being used again. Looking good. Coming up to about 30 down, 30 to go. Let's keep it here, crew. Oofda. Keep those legs driving. We're coming up to just last 15. Then we're going into bicycle crunches. Keep it here, keep it here. Bicycle in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, opposite elbow, opposite knee, as we press it on through. Woo. Again, that focus, belly button in that spine. We're rotating that shoulder to that knee. Really feel that transverse abdomini, aka that core catch on fire. Whole part of the core. Abdominis, abdomini. Whew. Okay, crew. We got 30 down. 30 to go. Let's keep it. Minute of swings next. Looking solid. Last 15. Crew, we're gonna take it in the kettlebell swings. In 3, 2, and 1. Grab that kettlebell, feet about shoulder width apart. Again, med ball or dumbbell work too. Hinge it back, tension, butt, back of legs, hinge, and snap. Squeeze the butt, squeeze those legs. Lock out At the top with those shoulders. Whew. Eyes stay on the bell. Our dumbbell. Our med ball. Lots of options. And if you got creative, whatever you're swinging. Last 30. Looking solid. Keep that drive. 15. Then we're doing this whole thing one last time. Whew. Okay, for those last 3 minutes, starting with jump lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Jump lunge. Whew. Sit it back, floaty up. I'm gonna keep my nice little bounce in there. It's helping me keep moving. Whew. Remember, this is the last 3 minutes of work, so stay with me. Give me that best effort. Whew. Looking good. We got about 30 down, about 30 to go. Oofta. Find that balance. We're looking good. 15 seconds. Whew. Okay, crew. We're gonna go back in those bicycle crunches in 3, 2, and 1. Bicycle crunch. Training those sides, keeping that core tight. Looking good here. Keeping those legs moving, even if you've slowing it down a little bit. I know I have. Whew. You got 1 minute after this, so you got 30 until those swings. But let's keep it here, crew. Last 15. Cool, crew. Almost there. Final minute of work. Those swings in 3, 2, 1. Let's get swinging. Last 60 seconds, crew. Whew. Hinge it back and snap it. Locking those shoulder blades. Whew. With less than a minute to go, that focus is on moving. Even if you need to change exercises, keep that body going. Locking those shoulders, here we go. 15. Whew. Keep it going, last couple seconds. In 3, 2, 1, you're done. Whew. Well, crew, thank you so